Hi guys, welcome back. So as you guys can see, we are in the breeding loft. I actually haven't made a breeding video in a while, over a month ago. So in today's video we are going to have a look at some of the babies, and yes, I must say we have a few awesome looking pigeons. And as you guys can see, this is a really nice color. There's his brother. Let me quickly fetch him, or his sister, I don't know. Still too young to tell. They were both basically the same size, as you guys can see, and what a beauty that one is. Now that pigeon's grandpa actually looked almost exactly like him, Red-Eye's dad. He actually almost looked exactly like that baby pigeon. So I'm very glad that I have a pigeon like that. I really didn't expect that, because the mother of these two pigeons are actually about the same color as that baby over there. And as you guys can see, this is the father, Red-Eye, and yes, just two stunning looking pigeons. So this is Red-Eye's first two babies with this hen. I'm gonna give him one more round with this hen, and then I'm gonna swap around. I'm gonna give him actually one of Cheeky's hens, so I'm gonna do some line breeding. So let me put these two back, and then I'll show you the next two babies. Also two very nice looking colors that I'm gonna show you next. Just a little bit of a struggle with Red-Eye, so let me quickly put them back, and then we can see the next two babies. Okay, so this is the nest next to Red-Eye, and as you guys can see, these two babies are actually two exactly opposite colors, and that's why they are actually not related. The blue-bar pied is actually a kid of my champion pigeon with his hen. Let me show you guys his parents. It's these two birds over here, the two blue-bar pieds. That is that pigeon's parents, and the grizzle's parents are the two grizzles. And yes, also two really good looking birds. This is actually a really good sized pigeon, as you guys can see. He has some size to him. And the grizzle is about medium size. He's a little smaller than him. And yes, just two awesome looking pigeons. And yes, these two are about a week away from getting weaned. As you guys can see under their wings, it's almost fully grown. So about a week, and then I'll put them in the racing loft. And yes, also that grizzle has some white flights, as you guys can see. So yes, very excited to see how he's going to turn out, and also very excited to see how he's going to fly, because his dad is actually a very good pigeon, and their grizzles are actually some of the best in my union. So let me put their nest back, and then I'll show you the next two babies. Okay, so now in the nest below, and as you guys can see, this one is definitely a pied, and this one also has a little white on his head, as you guys can see over here. And this pigeon actually has a bunch of white flights, as you guys can see on both wings. There are a lot of white flights. And this pigeon over here actually only has one white flight on that one side, and then I think he has two white flights on the other wing. So I actually didn't expect such a blue one from this pair, because most of their babies are actually heavily pied, as you guys can see. Also, those two red-eyed kids, their mother is actually these two babies' aunt. Their mother is actually a half sister to these two babies' dad. I'm also thinking about future stock, so having pigeons that is related are actually something that's necessary for me, because I would like to build my own family and do family breeding. So the nest next to that nest is actually still on two eggs. Unfortunately, one egg is unfertile. So these two eggs should hatch next week, while one of those two eggs should hatch next week. Next week, Wednesday or Thursday, that egg should hatch. But I actually got a baby from these two pigeons already. Unfortunately, they only give me one egg that's fertile the whole time and one blank. So let me show you their baby. And yes, that pigeon is a son of Red-Eye, so again, doing some family breeding. And as you guys can see, that is that pigeon I just showed you. This is his baby. And I actually didn't expect this pigeon to be, well, it looks like it's going to be a blue bar. And he almost has no white on him, as you guys can see. Only that little white on his back. And the pigeons that are racing this baby, I got 2 rounds of eggs that were blank the whole time. So unfortunately, no fertile eggs from them. So that's why I'm actually using them as feeders at this stage. It's that black pied over there and that blue bar hen over there. And that baby I just showed you, this is his mom. And yes, that's why I didn't expect a blue pigeon, because 2 pites together should give you a pite, but you never know which colors she had in her background. So I'm hoping for 2 pites next round, but yes, you never know. So Chicky, as you guys know, this is him and his hen. As you guys know, he throws a lot of reds, and he threw me a red once again. As you guys can see, little red checker. This pigeon actually looks a little different than his previous reds. He got that more silver red color, and the others got more white red. So yeah, it's very unexpected that he's gonna be this color, but I knew he was gonna throw me some reds, so I'm gonna give them 2 eggs more. Unfortunately, their first round was 1 egg fertile and the other one wasn't. So, and that is something that actually regularly happen with a first round. Your first round eggs are not always perfect. I know there are some guys that actually throw away their first round eggs, but I didn't do that. So unfortunately only the 1 baby, but he's looking like a nice baby. Also a nice big baby, so looking very good so far. These 2 pigeons are done breeding. I'm just hoping to use them as feeders, but I don't think I'm going to be succeeding, because she actually laid an egg yesterday, and unfortunately I already got 4 eggs from her, actually luckily, and I only want to breed 4 babies from them. So this hen was paired up to Chicky last year, and yes, she actually bred me some pretty good babies. Actually bred me my best cockbird, so should be a good hen, and I paired her up with this cock. And yes, he's a very nice looking bird. He's actually a Jansen pigeon, so I will be showing him in my next video, so keep an eye out for that video. And as you guys can see, got 2 blue bars on top. Very nice looking birds, these 2. Actually some bigger birds. And this is their mom. And their father is this pigeon right over here, as you guys can see. So 2 blue bars. I wasn't expecting any other color, because this hen actually threw me a bunch of blue bars last season. So yes, 2 blue bars, and these are actually 2 very big pigeons. They are actually my 2 biggest babies. And they are actually not even the oldest. The grizzle and the pite are actually the 2 oldest. And yes, these are actually 2 very big birds. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they are going to do, because their brothers and sisters in my other loft raced decently, but unfortunately they didn't fly any prizes, but they were decent birds. Now I paired up this hen with another cockbird, and yes, anything could happen really. So I also got a pair in the hen section. Let me quickly go show you guys that pair. And that pair is actually a pair that I actually paired up yesterday. And actually a pair that I didn't even plan to pair up. But because the breeding season is going a little slower than I thought, I actually decided to pair up another pair. And that is this pigeon over here. And also this is the hen. So this hen is actually a daughter of Red Eye. As you guys know who have watched this channel for a while, Red Eye actually bred me my best pigeon last year. So this pigeon was a decent pigeon. Unfortunately, she didn't make any prizes. But sometimes it's the sister that doesn't fly the best that is actually the breeder. So I'm going to pair her up with this pigeon. And this pigeon is actually a pigeon from a very famous pigeon fancier. Some of you guys might know him, Mark Kitchenbrand. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what they are breeding. I believe this hen will actually be a very good fit for him. I'm actually planning on breeding this pigeon also with my champion pigeon. He has to do another round, so when they are hopefully done breeding and he's done breeding, then I'll pair them up. So I'm just going to give her a round with this cockbird. So they're going to breed in here. I mean, this loft is empty, only that pigeon, who will also be breeding on a later stage. But yes, they are the only 3 pigeons in this section, because this is actually my hen section. So I'm going to be putting a nest in for them. But yes, I actually saw them a while ago. They were both on the ground, so I believe they already paired up. But yes, she just have to lay an egg before my champion pigeons hen lay an egg. So let's head into the other loft. There's also a bit of breeding going on in there. Okay guys, in the racing loft now. So as you guys can see, there's a nest up here. And this pigeon is actually a pigeon that's an inbred. And what a stunning looking bird. As you guys see, this is the father. And over here, this is the mother. So they're actually brother and sister. And this pigeon I'm breeding, it's a brother and sister mix. And he's gonna be for stock only. So as you guys can see, let me turn him around. He's a very active little boy. So As you guys can see, it looks like a mealy with some white flights and also a little pied on the head. So very nice looking pigeon. And yes, he's bred for stock only, so he won't be racing. And let me show you guys his nest mate. His nest mate I actually put down here because every young pigeon in my loft actually wants to breed. So almost exactly the same as his nest mate, just he looks like a red checker and he has a bit more white on his head. Also has some white flights, as you guys can see on this wing. So yes, very good looking pigeons and really looking forward to see how they are going to turn out. Also some good news actually, unexpected news actually. As you guys can see, down here is also a pair, and some of you guys might recognize this pigeon. He's actually the pigeon who came back after 5 months, and he actually decided to pair up with my best hen. As you guys know, Red Eye's daughter is my best hen, and they paired up, so I thought why not give them a chance. So let me find her, then I'll show you guys her. I think she might be over in the aviary. Nope. There she is. So this is the pigeon who was my best hen last year, and she paired up with a pigeon who was lost for 5 months. So I thought why not give them a chance. So anything could happen. She's actually gonna breed again. I actually want to pair her up with Chicky because Chicky is her uncle, again doing some line breeding. And as you guys can see, another 2 babies over here, and these 2 babies are actually the 2 babies from that pencil cockbird I just showed you. So I transferred their eggs to this loft just to give these pigeons a chance to breed some babies. Down here is also a nest. Hopefully I'm gonna use them as feeders as well, just hoping the eggs get laid at the same time. Down here also another nest, and that is actually a nest that I hope Ice will find. Ice actually paired up with one of the strays I got, and I'm also hoping to use them as feeders. That was the breeding update, guys. Thank you guys for watching. What I do with these babies is I actually take them outside every afternoon when I let out the pigeons, and then I put them on the grass, and that just helps the homing ability and makes it a little easier. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.